Welcome to the Spilled Ink and Coffee Show, where we take book discussions to a new level.
We don't just read books, we interview them, journal about them, sip coffee, spill thoughts, and explore stories on and off the page.
Grab a cup and get cozy, because every book deserves a great conversation.
Thank you for keeping the pages turning on the Spilled Ink and Coffee Show. It's Turkey Day season and we're overflowing with appreciation for you, our listeners. Warm drinks, good books, great company. What more could we be grateful for?
Waking up is good. Waking up is really good.
So, in the bag that I brought back for you that I made you put in your car, I went to an independent bookstore. I went to a few, actually.
Okay.
And this one was called Native Books.
Okay.
And it was all books from Hawaii.
Awesome.
About Hawaii.
Oh, I love that.
Set in Hawaii. Written by Hawaiians.
So I have to read that so that I can cross Hawaii. I can color Hawaii in on my map.
So here's Andrew. He's like looking around. He's like, cool. And then sits down at the, what I would call, you know, when you're at the mall and you're in the department store and the men are always sitting with the purse. That's what he was doing, because I couldn't. He's like, can't you just pick one for Rachel? He said, you don't understand. So I had this pile and I had to go through what one would Rachel actually want to read to color in her Hawaii. So I think it's historical fiction mystery. That's my guess.
I love that.
And then it gets to the register, the sweetest person, and I filmed the thing. I'll post it eventually. They had an embosser.
Oh.
It says on the thing, asked to get embossed. So I had your page embossed.
I love that. Thank you.
Yeah, you'll have to tell me if the story's good or not. I probably would just said, good morning, guys.
Hey, good morning. Did you take all your journal stuff with you to Hawaii?
No, I just read the books, and then I put everything on my notes and my phone. So I didn't put it in the journal yet, but I did complete 2 books. One of them, I finished it, should have spaced it, but we'll get to that.
So ironically, the episode that you just posted, we had a whole conversation about my issues with DNFing, spacing books. So it's really funny that you just made the comment, I should have. And you just
didn't take my own damn advice. Wild, right? But
it happens.
Somebody at the airport in Seattle got the book because I left it in the Seattle airport. I took pictures and posted about it.
The coffee shop book.
Yeah, but you called it. You predicted it because you're like, nope, you're not going to read anymore after you read the first one. If you're in Seattle, I hope you're enjoying the book, because I also left our QR code in the book.
I did
the
see
note
that.
in the back.
I did see that.
But then I finished another one, and then I started the spell shop. So,
you started the spell shop.
I did.
Okay,
I did. So that's where I'm at.
Okay, that's really so real quick. And I don't know why it's in here. I just threw it in here with everything else. So I'm reading.
That cover's just as beautiful as the spell shop cover. Even more. Is that a cat with wings?
It's a cat with wings.
Oh my God.
So this is
Sarah Beth. You're doing so good.
It's not a sequel, but it takes place in the same
village.
No, the same universe or world as the spell shop. Have you met Kaz yet? The spider plant? Mm-hmm. Okay. This is about the person who created Kaz.
Oh.
And it's so funny that you talk. So I started reading this kind of sort of during tech week of the show. I got about 80 pages in, and I literally went 4 days without reading because I was like, I can't. So I put it aside, and I wanted so much to keep reading it. And then I went and read 2 other books. And then I'm like, you know what? I'm going to pick it up where I left off. And now I can't put it down.
Oh, good. That's the best book.
So I feel like it was like a mindset at the moment of, I don't know, but I'm loving it.
Okay.
So, but we'll talk
more. It looks beautiful. I can't wait.
I had to bring it. Isn't it pretty?
Yeah. And the cat and the wings. Like, I can't wait to find out who that is.
Oh, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So I'm glad I didn't space it, and I came back to it. So,
wow.
Yeah.
I can't believe you're on the edge of a space.
I know, but I came back. I came back.
You came back and you did it. Yes, please.
All right.
I know. I don't know where we are.
Oh, I'm here. Wow, this is back in July.
I know. So we have ground to cover. Eventually we'll get through a bunch of our stuff, but it's what it is.
That's okay. I know what book I'm going to talk about on Sunday.
Oh, good. I'm glad.
The one I just finished. So.
Oh, she pet the picture.
I pet the picture.
That's
that
very
book
funny.
meant so much to me. I already know it's the book of the month.
She pet the picture.
So, I guess I should get my questions right.
We're supposed to do another unboxing. But
Where did that come from?
This is from one of the authors that I reviewed their children's book, which is phenomenal.
Okay.
And it came in this pretty shiny package. So eventually we're going to have to open it from Derek Allen.
Very cool.
Yep. So we'll put that on our future plan. All right. Let's see. What books do we got? Let's give me a book.
I have My Documents by Kevin Nguyen. And I have The Senator's Wife.
Is this what we're up to? Is that what the tabby is?
Yeah, that's where we left off.
All right, let's do it. I'm gonna take the book this time. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Whenever you get a chance. Thanks.
We haven't actually physically traded, but
Yeah.
we're where we're at. So let's see. My Documents is the title. The author is Kevin
Nguyen.
Okay. Is the Kindle contemporary One World Publishing. I'm looking at the cover. Why did you pick this book up? It's got such an eerie vibe on it.
It is an eerie book. So this is how far behind I was in my reading. It was on the Goodreads list of books of good options for Asian and Pacific Islander Heritage Month.
Wow, I just get back from Hawaii and then we're into this.
So that's why I picked it up.
Wow.
It looked like it caught my eye, and the description looked very interesting, and so yeah. And then I didn't read it until like 2 months after.
It has you quoted a lot. Like the review is extraordinarily short compared to the quotes.
Yeah.
So it's highly quotable. What were your first thoughts when you did start to read this?
Holy crap, I'm scared. So the premise of the book is, if you don't know, during World War II, after the Japanese bombed Pearl Harbor, the American government rounded up Japanese Americans and put them in internment camps around the country. And it was awful and terrible living conditions, but it's something that's kind of swept under the rug. Like, it's not discussed a lot. So the premise of this book is that it's current, and it follows, it's centered around the Vietnamese American community, and it follows, there's a girl who's half Vietnamese, half white. There's a boy who's adopted by a white family who's Vietnamese. There's a Vietnamese older man. There's I don't want to say different levels of cultural Vietnamese, but it's like a lot in there. And, yeah, of course. Thank you so much. Some Vietnamese men have done a coordinated attack and have bombed all the big airports in the United States at one time. So the government decides to round up all the Vietnamese Americans and put them in internment camps.
So this is a contemporary fiction.
Contemporary fiction,
and
but
showing that history can repeat itself. It does repeat itself, and according to this, learn your history of a quote. That's the quote, learn your history. If we learned our history, then we can prevent stuff like that from happening.
Yeah, and there's a picture of like a tower in the middle.
I see in the book.
Yeah,
cover.
and that was a way of, they couldn't figure out like what the tower was there for, but because it's in the middle of all the internment camps, and I don't want to give it away, but the tower is important.
Well, it's already in the shape of an obelisk, and the obelisks are always extraordinarily important. It looks like the Washington Monument, also an obelisk, by the way. And you see this in Egyptian culture continuously.
All I'm going to say, it has to do with technology.
I'm sure it does, because that's what is actually assumed of the stone obelisks in our history that everybody should learn.
So it's, and it's told through letters that are, there's a whole network that gets communication in and out from the internment camp. So it's told through like somebody getting letters out to their cousin who's working at a newspaper. It's super scary because, not to get political, but like of some of the things that are going on in our country right now with ICE and detention centers. It's like one of those books that makes you reflect on what we did and what we're doing now.
It's history that repeats itself. It's a cyclical moment that humans are just not learning. We're not learning from our past mistakes because it's still about money and power. And it's not even a political thing. It's a humanity thing.
Yeah.
Because the same thing happens in the mob, which is unpolitical. I mean, the same thing happens in all the different spaces, right? That's why that quote just immediately pops off your page. Learn your history. Survival is a selfish act. Interesting. These quotes are phenomenal.
Is that the one I read? Yeah, I read it. Yeah, I read it on my flight back from Amsterdam. So that was a 8-hour.
That's very poetic.
8-hour flight. So I read it in
ironic.
In 8 hours.
But that's a whole nother time of, the same thing happening as you leave Amsterdam.
Yep.
And all the things in the history that happens,
Yeah. So it was a very thought-provoking book. I figured it would be just when I read it.
Well, you gave it 4 stars. So obviously it made you think. As the author, let's talk about the author. Do you even know what inspired this from the author?
I don't.
Tell me more about their writing style.
It's definitely varied. This book is written from multiple points of view, multiple genders, multiple ages. It varies, like writing through, regular narrative dialogue to emails. So it's a varied, I don't want to say writing style, that's not the right word. Varied format, maybe that's what I want to say. I enjoyed it. It was an easy flowing read, while still giving you pause, if that makes sense.
It does. Is there a favorite character or a favorite scene that you remember, or a memorable scene? I can't even imagine that this would have something you're like, oh, joy, that was awesome.
I think the first time that the two cousins are able to communicate, one from inside the internment camp and one in New York City in the newsroom. Like the first time that the cousin's like, oh my gosh, this is communication from inside the internment camp. I have to get this out to the world. And how there's some outrage when she releases the condition, like, here, this is what the conditions are in the camp. But it still takes so much time for anything, even though like the communications continue and continue and continue. It's like nobody believes it. Nobody's willing, like, well, there's no proof. you could be making this up.
Right. People don't want to hear the truth. They just want to sweep it under the rug, and it kind of doesn't exist.
So like that moment where she's like, holy cow, I've got this. I've got to do something with this information.
Have you read anything by this author before?
No.
Does he only write this kind of contemporary fiction?
I don't know. I don't know any. I didn't look into him anymore. It was like
well,
I said.
It sounds like after it was a heavy-hearted, like you're just
you close it and you're like, whoo. Because you can tell like the next book that I read was, of course, a thriller. Like I go right to my palate cleanser after something heavy.
Which is a thriller. Which is still cracks me up that's the palate cleanser.
I do what I can.
You do. But that's who you are, and that's why I love who you are. Was there anything in this book, though, that you found frustrating or flawed or something that didn't, you were not okay with, other than the content is supposed to make you feel uncomfortable? It's supposed to be thought-provoking.
I wish that it had been a little clearer, and this is probably why it's only 4 stars. I wish it had been a little clearer what was the real purpose, what was the government trying to gain by these obelisks in the middle of the camp. I mean, you're told why the people think they're there, and you're told more or less why they're there, but it's like I wanted, this is why they did it, and I didn't get that. So
the reason why they're all in the encampment.
No, I knew why they were in the encampment, but why the obelisk was there. Like what purpose? Like it was kind of assumed this is why it's there, but it was never like clearly stated the obelisk is here because the government was trying to do blank. Like I needed that. Who decided to put it there? Why did they decide to put it there? Why did they decide to put it in all the internment camps? That's what I was missing. So that was probably the only frustrating thing. I mean, why, and
sure. I mean, and if you really want to dive deep, and I'm going to say
but I wanted it stated explicitly, and it wasn't.
So you're going to recommend the book?
I would.
At 4 stars, I would imagine. And who's going to enjoy this the most? Because that's really a tough question.
I think somebody who is into politics, who is passionate about our current state of affairs, someone who really wants to think and explore how bad could it get.
You think this has movie potential?
Not right now. Maybe in like 10, 15 years.
Was there anything in there you were not expecting?
I wasn't expecting the conditions in the camps to be as bad as they were.
Compare that to what we know from previous historical. Is it still kind of the same?
It's awful. It's awful. Like, truly terrible. Yeah. And I guess, you think, oh, well, I don't know why I thought this. Oh, well, we've come so far. We're more, not that this is humane, but like, oh, we're more humane. We care more. If we're going to do this, at least we're going to make everybody comfortable and have houses and families together. And it's just terrible. I mean, the living conditions that they put these people in is terrible. So,
guys, it's a heavy book.
It's a heavy book.
If your final page could speak, what wisdom would it impart on somebody who just closed you?
Learn your history.
I agree. That's the best quote.
Learn your history, dude. So
the best quote. And then she said she went right to a thriller.
I did.
As her palate cleanser. So we're just going to move laterally over there because I think people should know a little more about you. And how we just go from something
that I like
that
death
heavy
and destruction.
The senator's wife. And we're still moving into politics. No?
I mean, no.
Maybe?
I mean, no. I mean, the only thing political is that
she's married to him?
There's a senator. She's married to a senator.
Okay, The Senator's Wife by Liv Constantine.
So Liv Constantine is actually 2 sisters who write under the name Liv Constantine. I've read a couple of their other books. What is it? The Next Mrs. Parrish. The Mrs. Parrish books, I've read those. So this is the genre they write in. But it's 2 sisters.
Oh, that's fun.
Mm-hmm.
I think that would be a lot of fun. This is a Kindle, a thriller, Bantam publisher, and another 4-star, which is great. And now interesting because it's another heavy quoted book with a very short review. We know that you picked this up as your palate cleanser. You start reading the book and you think...
I didn't think the thriller aspect, like I didn't think it was going to go where it went.
Okay, so your review says this one had you guessing that you did figure out about halfway through. Is that not typical for you? Do you only figure this stuff out sooner than that?
I have, especially the more thrillers that I've read since then, I have an idea and I can usually get part of it right and then I fall apart. If it's a crappy thriller, then I figure it out right away.
So you go on to say that you really felt the frustration that Sloane felt and kept trying to figure out. So Sloane is the detective?
No, Sloane is the wife.
Okay, figure out who was going to help her escape. Escape what?
So, how much do I give away?
Well,
okay. So this is her second marriage. She was married to her first husband. Her second husband is her first husband's best friend. They were both senators. So this is her second
senator husband.
Yes. She has lupus. She has lupus. And she has to get a hip replacement. And everything, she doesn't know who to trust because she's not getting better. She's slowly getting worse. She's hallucinating. She's struggling to walk, and she's starting to get trapped, not only in her own house, but in her own body and mind. And so you just feel her frustration because she knows that somebody is doing this to her and she doesn't know who, and she doesn't know how to get, every avenue she takes to try to get help is shut down. So,
wow.
It's that, I felt that frustration. I wanted,
wow.
Yeah.
You said that it was a fast read. Mm-hmm. It was not shocking, but you did enjoy it.
I did. I enjoy a book that doesn't drag out or doesn't over describe something, that gets to the point.
So do you have a favorite character in this book?
It was probably Sloane, just because you I don't know, you put yourself in her shoes, in her head, really, and
you root for her.
Yeah.
She makes you want her.
I want somebody help her, somebody realize what's going on, somebody.
You're screaming at your book.
Yeah. Yeah. But then you think, okay, you can trust this person. Wait, no, you can't trust this person. So that's why I did enjoy it, even though I kind of figured out where it was, who did it and what was okay, maybe you can trust that person. Maybe you can't trust that person. Maybe you can. You kept going back and forth.
That's interesting because the quotes and some of this premise reflects back on the book prior.
Oh, really?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the quote, if voters knew who the real power players were in Washington, they'd see that representing the people mattered little to their selected officials. Blinded by their arrogance, powerful men are always underestimated, or they underestimated her. That's just how it is.
There's definitely put a heavy emphasis on the good old boys club in Washington, and that money speaks. Money.
So where was the 5th star? Was it a frustrating part? Was it just because you had to figure it out soon enough?
I think probably because I figured it out. It wasn't overly shocking. I think probably if I had a pearl clutch somewhere in there, oh my gosh, I never really had that moment. So that's probably what I think the problem is now I read so many thrillers, I have to have the, moment for me to give it a 5-star.
Which I understand that.
Yeah.
You have new bar of expectations.
Yeah.
What did They always say about motive for murder, love or money, occasionally both. Wow. And then it goes on, love stories always end badly. We're really in a dark place.
This was a dark book.
Wow. Wow. And really
murder,
at 82,
gaslighting.
this is a good one. And really at 82 is an occasional cigarette gonna kill her. Who's at 82 smoking?
Her first mother-in-law.
Oh.
Sloane's first mother-in-law.
Wow.
Yep.
Okay. She sounds spunky.
She was. She was a big part of the book.
How does this one compare to Liv Constantine's others?
It's different because the other books that I've read, the Mrs. Parrish books, they're different. They're different. It's a completely different story. You know, you've got those books are told from the point of view of 2, sometimes 3 women. One is the mistress, the bad guy. The other is the wife. And this is this is told from multiple points of view too, but it was like the Mrs. Parrish, it's just different. It still deals with, I guess there is the trend of like a powerful man. And I would say most of the powerful men in her book are really bad. That would be the similarity.
But what's different is perhaps it's because Sloane was trapped within herself.
It was Sloane trying to figure out who she could trust and how to get out of the situation.
Was there anything that didn't make sense?
No. It was
everything flowed pretty well.
Yeah, you could see like while it was how could she be this isolated? How could they? You could see if somebody really wanted to do it and had the money to make this happen. It's plausible.
That's so crazy.
Not in my world, but
right. But a lot of people have said, you know, they get their ideas from what? Books and movies.
Yeah.
So it's another great idea just sitting here in a book.
Well, and it's like the last book that I just read.
A terribly great idea, guys. Not a great idea.
Yeah. Like the last book I read that I'm bringing to book club, I gave that one 5 stars. It was the same thing. It was like, no, this, well, yeah, maybe it could. No, well, yeah, maybe it could. Like you kept going to, I would never. Well, maybe I could. So, yeah.
That's a good book.
That's a good book.
That's a good book. And it can make you think, for sure. Anything that you remember a standout moment in this for you?
Spoiler alert, so skip ahead 15 seconds. When Sloane realizes she's being drugged.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Now, I have so many questions, and it's, you know, is that you don't have to answer them, but this is what now it provokes. So she has lupus, or does she?
And she does.
Okay, and then now she's being drugged, and it's enhancing her symptoms?
So, yeah, so apparently,
wow.
and there's a whole, it's either in the beginning or in the end, I can't remember, a whole forward, afterward about lupus.
Which I love we brought awareness to this.
I guess when you're having a flare and it's really, really bad, one of the possible side effects is hallucinations.
Wow.
And so the drugs that she's given are hallucinogenic drugs. So
we're just enhancing it.
So, yeah, so when she starts having these hallucinations, she assumes instantly it's because she's having a lupus flare and it's really bad, when in actuality, she's being drugged.
Wow.
And you go back and forth. That's the thing with it. You go back and forth, like, is she being drugged? Is she having a flare? Is she being, like, when she finally realizes I'm being drugged, it's like, yeah.
So would you recommend this book?
Yeah, if you like thrillers, this is a great one. I don't know if I've read, this is my 4th Liv Constantine book. I've enjoyed all 4 of them. I love a good, again, I hate a thriller is my palate cleanser, but it's a fast read. It's entertaining, which is what you want in a book to clear your brain.
If this book could whisper a secret to the authors, authors, what would it whisper?
What do you have against powerful men?
Oh, interesting.
I feel like they always want to take down powerful men. What experiences have you both had in your life that, I mean,
that make you feel so strongly that this is where we write?
Yeah.
Because usually that's what we do.
Yeah.
We write what we know.
Yeah.
And that's how you should write what you know.
So,
interesting.
yep.
Now we're really tapping into their psyche.
Gem and the Holograms. Although this doesn't look like the Gem and the Holograms that I remember.
It's not. And I wish I brought it so you could see the artwork. And I thought at one point I did show it to you. I don't remember. But Hasbro let this author revive.
Oh.
And the art is gorgeous.
It's a graphic novel.
So you have to start at the top and read the stats.
So this is Gem and the Holograms.
Volume 1.
Volume 1. The author is Kelly Thompson. It was a physical graphic novel. The publisher, IDW. And you got your favorite character here. Who doesn't love Kimber? Kimber's amazing.
She's so fun. I got 4 coffee cups.
4 coffee cups. You love the shoes.
The artwork is amazing.
Okay.
These shoes, I'm sure every drag queen on the planet probably has them because it's the only people I think that wear these outrageous shoes. But Gem, she's truly outrageous. Like if you know the theme song. So the art is just as outrageous.
Yeah, you talk about the art colors and the fashion. And the makeup.
All of it. It's on point. It is brought into the now. They got special permission from Hasbro to revive this for 13, I think it's 13 volumes, but I only read
awesome.
volume 1. This was, I think, 2013 is when this revival happened. Somehow, obviously I wasn't looking at Gem at that point in my life. But they show you more concept art that they went through in the back. It's a beautiful story as far as Gem meets Synergy and she gets her little stars.
Oh, so this is like origin story.
It is an origin.
Okay.
It is.
Okay.
So Jessica and her friends are getting on stage and Jessica's so nervous because she just doesn't think she can handle it. And she's crying in a room, and then all of a sudden blinky lights happen and Synergy appears and she's like, your dad made me for you and here's your special hologram earrings. So that way it creates the personas that you see on stage because they're actually holograms that you see as opposed to themselves. So, it's that classic double agent life kind of thing.
Yeah.
And she meets a boy as Jessica and she keeps her secret. And then the rival band, the Misfits.
Oh.
And even their makeup's amazing. And you love to hate Pizzazz, the leader of that. And, it's just good fun, guys. But it has a moral to it's about confidence and being, friendships and all the stuff that you remember.
Well, and then you said in here, she has the confidence to transform herself into her true self.
Yes.
Well, I love this quote, though. You can never trust a keytar player.
A keytar, man.
I mean, who doesn't love a keytar? I mean, that screams 80s.
For the new generation, for those of you who do not know, you hold a keyboard in your hand like a guitar.
If you have never actually watched Gem and the Holograms, please. I mean, I had the doll of all of them. I loved Gem and the Holograms.
For a while, everybody was like, Gem is the rival. This is Hasbro's rival to the Barbie, right?
Right.
To Mattel. Really, no. It's totally night and day. They're not even in the same category, guys. I do remember seeing
they had different size heads. Okay.
They did. And I think it's because her earrings that, you had to poke into her ear that were slightly transparent were big. So you needed the big head to see the earring. It was just fun. And it was a lot thicker. It's a graphic novel, not a comic book.
Okay.
I didn't write the page count down, but it's a lot of pages.
I love My Little Pony alter egos. Am I reading that right?
Yes. You have to see the artwork to understand.
All right. Well, because I will say, like, when I first looked at the picture that's here, this looks like a My Little Pony.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because at first, without looking at the gem, I thought you read a My Little Pony book.
So they go to Jessica and this boy go to a fair, and he wins her a prize, and it's a My Little Pony. And then all of a sudden, these My Little Ponies start showing up everywhere. But it's that same fun feeling.
So you said your favorite character was Kimber. Why?
Because she's young and fun and cute, and she's like, la, la, la. You know, she's spicy.
Did anything besides the artwork, because clearly this was about the fashion, the shoes, all of that, was there anything about the artwork that really stood out to you as far as like a writing style? I should ask, is it the same writer and artist? Are they the same person?
No, absolutely not.
Okay.
This is a new person that wrote, and I want to...
So there's an artist and there's a writer.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And I want to say there's a couple artists on this, and as you turn the pages, they tell you who did which artwork.
Okay.
But the artwork altogether is beautiful. And when you're working on a graphic novel, you also have a colorist, which is totally different.
So, but was the art, even though you had different people, which it was consistent?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely, it was consistent. As far as the writing style, it just read really well. In a graphic novel, especially one about music, and you're listening to songs, and when they're singing the songs, you can't really hear them, but how they wrote that and they drew the music.
Oh.
It's like you could hear it. How the music was drawn was impressive, because I actually felt that, okay, I'm hearing it.
Oh, that's very cool.
They put different kinds of like zigzags around, like different art that gave you the movement of vibration. So it's almost like you could feel and see the vibrations of the music and how they did it. It was actually really cool and clever.
That is very cool.
And if I am correct, the writer on this has a special connection with Jem because they identify in the transgender world. Let me make sure.
Okay.
Yeah. So
well, yeah, you have down.
Did I write
the
that?
author is transgender.
Yes, I wanted to make sure that I did that correctly. And I think that actually benefited the story of the transformation. And that's why you feel so connected to how she feels as Jessica and wanting to be Jem.
That's awesome. You think that really contributed like to the theme or the big idea of the book?
100%. Otherwise, I don't think you would get it.
Is there anything that you wish could have been done differently in the book?
I wish it was longer. It's probably where the other cup was, but it's why they want you to buy the volumes, which is fine. I'm sad that it stops after a moment, though. I mean, I obviously haven't read them all.
Right. Would you read more?
I would read more.
Are they available, or is it one of those you have to go hunt them down?
I haven't tried yet.
Okay.
I will get back to you on that.
Okay. You would recommend this book, yes or no?
100%.
Who would you recommend it to, besides me? Because I love Jem.
Of course, anybody who's nostalgic or, from that time period in the before time. However, today, I think anybody could read this book, ages 9 and up. I would understand what was happening, and they would just love it. The colors, the fashion.
If your final page could speak, what wisdom would it impart to the reader who just closed the book?
Be whoever you want to be. Like, I want to go put the makeup on.
I want to go get the shoes. If the villain, and the villain is
Pizzazz.
So if the villain had to survive a modern day corporate office job, what role would Pizzazz have?
She's such a brat. Like, I don't know how else to describe her. In the back of this book, they give you their resume and a beautiful picture and all their stats and their likes and the person. It's so cool. pizzazz in the corporate world. She's barely getting through like copy girl. Okay, do you remember the movie Don't Tell Mom the Babysitter's Dead? When Christina Applegate first walks in as the new executive level assistant and she meets the chick at the desk who's the biatch, that would be pizzazz. And Jem came in and is the executive level executive putting on the fashion show in her backyard.
I like it. So let's do one more of yours then.
I mean, they're all shorties.
Okay. This is, and I know this is the second one, Mobile Suit Gundam Book 2. The author is Yoshihiko. I'm so sorry if I mispronounced that.
I thought you did a good job.
It was a physical manga. The publisher is Vertical. And you have your favorite, and I think, was this your favorite character last time?
The Red Comet, yeah.
Yeah,
He's still my favorite.
Okay.
He's pretty.
Okay, and you gave this book 4 coffee cups.
Yes.
Okay. So what made you pick up the book?
Well, it's the next evolution in the series, and I like the first one so much, and the artwork is so beautiful because it's the same artist, same storyteller, but his art has evolved some 40-something years later, so it's really nice to see when art has an evolution. So I picked it up because I want to know what was next, and I needed to see the artwork.
I'm reading your review, and it says you think book 2 is setting up book 3, so there's 12 books total.
Oh no, there's 20-something.
Holy crap. Okay, so there's 20-something books total, so we're just really getting into the beginning of this story. So book 2 is setting up book 3. So did you feel like there wasn't a ton of content here, or was it just busy setting up what was to come?
It's busy setting up what is to come.
Okay.
Of course, I think always the first book, the first movie is the most exciting. And I think we see this a lot of the times in sagas and trilogies and such. So it's all of the background story, more filler, you know, where are we going after we just had the big like splash.
Got it. I remember looking at book 1.
I had to show you the Gundam.
Yes.
Oh no, Gundam was my favorite character in book 1.
Oh, was it?
Yeah,
Okay.
Red Comet is my favorite in this one because this is more about his story, but you get more artwork about Red Comet, which is him in his Gundam suit.
Okay.
For those of you who know manga and Gundam, you understand every single word I'm saying.
Did the book hook you right away?
No, it took me a minute to get into it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why was that?
It was a slow start. Coming off of such a high, and you're so excited because you pick up a book that is something, again, of nostalgia. Obviously, I'm in my nostalgia era in that point of time in my journal. And you just want it to keep going. And you've already rubbed off the shiny with book 1. So now you're like, oh, now we're getting into the grit.
Okay. So why was Red Comet your favorite character in this book?
He reminds me, and it's a terrible comparison, but it's the only one that comes to my mind really fast, of a modern futuristic Lancelot. I think he's everything I wanted Lancelot to be.
Okay.
Because he's wooing the girl of the king, you know, but he doesn't really want him to be with her. But it's that whole, the love, this may be why too it was 4 for me, because there's a lot about the romance and the love story of, you know, this taboo, no, you can't be with my daughter, we're secretly meeting, but daddy, I love him kind of thing. But the whole time, and you know, and part of this is just because he's so pretty, you know, you're like, you want him to be gay. I want him to be gay so much. Like, so it's just drawn in a way that I'm just like, he's so beautiful. Like they make that ethereal Lancelot to be.
Okay. But
I don't think he's not I don't have another term. He's not a pussy. I think Lancelot is. He's like the manly one, but he still want him to be, he still has a feminine edge. I don't know how else to explain it.
Okay.
But yeah, the romance is like,
Were there any characters you disliked or found frustrating?
Probably the girl that he's in love with, because, you know, it's the whole, she needs a fainting couch.
What?
Yeah, because she's just like, no, don't go. I love you. Oh, we can't tell my dad.
Got it.
My daddy's finding out now. But Daddy, I love him. And I'm like, shut up. You're so whiny.
Did this book make you think differently about anything?
It is, yes, that when you're reading this story versus the original animation that you would have watched, I think this is so much more grown up.
Okay.
I feel like I'm reading something that's a little bit more grown up than what it was when we watched cartoons, if you would.
You said that in your review that when you watched this show as a kid, you had no idea the depth. Political conspiracies to further one's power and romance
Right.
Yeah.
It's all so much more grown up going back. I don't even think I understood that that's what it was in the animation.
Which came first?
The animation.
Okay. So the manga is based on the show. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Was there any quote, any passage, any moment that kind of stuck with you?
I mean, what do my two quotes say?
Well, you
the
have a
starred one.
space noid, are you sure? And then you have here, there was a special interview with the artist assistant that you found fascinating.
Oh, yes. So in the book, there's an entire interview that they have where it's almost like a talk back session that they put into print. So when you're done with this book, you get to read a whole talkback session of why we're doing this project, which was the cool part about this book, which I felt was even more interesting probably than the story altogether. But how neat. Like sometimes you get an author's note and you get an author's story. This was like 7 pages of an interview.
Oh, interesting.
It was really neat. I like the word space noid.
Yeah, I mean, who doesn't love space noid? It's almost like an adenoid.
Yeah,
but like in
You're
space.
there.
Yeah, I like that. So you've read quite a lot. I know manga is different than a graphic novel because you've taught me that. Compared to other manga that you have read, where does this kind of fall?
For me, in the genres that I like to read, which is usually sci-fi for manga, I think it's on a high level because it's a re-art by the original person, and it brings it into, if you're an adult and you loved all the manga you used to read and you're like, I can't read manga anymore because I'm not a kid. This is an adult manga that's not some of those Yuri or romancy ones that you get nowadays.
Okay.
So, which I do, guys. I'm in the middle of a Yuri manga series, which is equally as great, and the artwork is different, but the storyline is still very teeny bopper, which is typically what happens in manga. I want to put it in the teeny boppers category.
Okay.
Like preteen, teen, but this one is adult manga.
So then who would you recommend it to?
Anybody who remembers Mobile Suit Gundam and watched it from yesteryear that can appreciate mech warrior and art and that kind of storyline. So there's a million other ones out there, you know, like the easy most ones that everybody knows is Voltron. Like a lot of people, like that's where they landed. But this is all the precursors to your Voltron era.
Okay.
And I think they would love it.
So what are your feelings on not just the cover art, but the artwork throughout? Is it consistent with like the first book, with the show? Where do we fall with that?
The best way I could describe it with the show, because back then it was super 2D animation in its infancy, so everything's blurry. That's how I want to say it.
It's blurry.
This is in focus.
Okay.
Sharp lines and more details. So if you really want to see how this mech came to life, then you need to just pick it up.
And you definitely plan on
Continuing.
reading more?
Yes, book 3 is on the TBR shelf.
Do you think you'll make it through all 20?
Yes, but over the years.
Okay.
I think
you were in no rush.
I'm in no rush because I actually want to savor this. Like my Vampire Hunter D series, which is a novel, which we have talked about D before. I want to savor it. There's just certain series that you just want to collect the books before they're out of print, because I think that's what will happen with this, and you won't be able to obtain them. That happens a lot with your Japanese or your translations. You can't find them anymore. Like Vampire Hunter D, for a while you couldn't find them, and some of those books you still can't find. So some of them are like a $500 book now. So if you're in the series and you're like, I need book number 23, if you got that money, then you can get it.
Get that money, honey. What would be, for this as a standalone book, what would be the big theme or the big idea of just this book 2?
This book 2, big idea is how the Red Comet is working multiple political sides for his own agenda, which I don't even think in the end is going to be about the girl he's in love with. So it's showing you that he is not on a side. He's on his own side.
Okay.
That's the big idea. You learn about him more.
All right. So for a weird ass question.
Sure.
If the author had to rewrite this as a musical, what would the big show-stopping number be about?
It would be her. It would be about the senator's daughter and how she has all these servants and they're dressing her up, and it would be... The only thing I can think of is the Muppets Take Manhattan.
Yes, the Muppets.
And it's Somebody's Getting Married is the song in that one. And there's this whole thing about Miss Piggy and Kermit and them getting married.
Oh my gosh.
But Kermit never wants to get married, right, in that one.
Right.
He's tricked into it. So I feel like it's the same situation.
All right. So any final thoughts on this book?
I can't wait to see how it evolves. I do need to collect it because I do think that this will be a book that goes out of print. So get on the train, people.
All right. A couple things as we kind of wrap up. Tell us what you're currently reading, what's going on right now.
Yay, my TBR, guys. So I am reading The Spell Shop.
Yay!
I know. Thank you, Rachel, for the recommendation. And then I do have a stack of some more graphic novels because they're easy reads that I want to get through. So the girl she thought she was dating was a guy, wasn't a guy at all. That's actually the title. I'm on book 2, so that's my graphic novel. What's on your TBR, my friend?
So I am currently reading The Enchanted Greenhouse, which is also by Sarah Beth Dirst. I'm a little over halfway through that one. And then I am listening to The Lion and the Rose by Kate Quinn. That's the second book in the Borgia series. And then when I'm done with that, I have a book from the library that just came available that has been highly recommended all over the TikToks. Hold on. I'm going to read that one next. And it is Broken Country by Claire Leslie Hall. That's going to be the next one I'm going to read. It's exciting. So before we leave today, do you have, now that we're kind of starting to put our new 2026 journals together, do you have any sort of tip, hack, or trick that you want to share as you're starting to organize and put together? Yeah, this is the first time you've really done like a year journal, because your current journal is spanned.
It's a living journal, and I just kept adding to it because I didn't know what this book journaling was all about. And now I've moved to a bigger book. I've already started putting videos on our Turn the Page Tuesday, so you can go there to see some of those.
Check those out for sure.
There's a couple that haven't posted yet, which by the time you hear this, you may or may not. But I am going to tell you that when you're doing your map pages, Carefully think out how you do your map pages.
But you also have a bigger journal next year.
Yes, that would be really the tip, is go bigger than you think. As somebody who didn't understand what was happening, you need to go bigger than you think. That's my journal tip.
I love that.
Don't be afraid of it.
Thanks for that.
Anything for you? Do you have any advice?
No, I haven't even started my 2026 journal yet.
Oh my gosh, I can't wait till you do.
I know, I'll probably work on that. Maybe I'll start busting it out over Thanksgiving.
Oh yay, so you're going to make some videos so we can
make
post
some
it?
videos. I can make some videos.
I love it.
Yeah. Yeah, I have some ideas. I'm going to move some stuff from the back to the front. And, yeah.
Can't wait. I love that. Yeah. Well, guys, that's the ink. Thanks for joining us.
Bye. That's a wrap. Time to close the book on today's episode. I'm Rachel.
And I'm Casey. If you had fun, hit the like, follow, and subscribe. Make sure you click on the bell icon.
You can also email us at spilledinkancofeeshow@gmail.com. Send us your questions, tell us what you're reading, or share what we should dive into.
Until next time, keep your coffee hot
and your pages turning.
Bye, guys.